You had dinner together. After you came back from the bathroom, he was sitting on the bed reading some book. You were nervous, but you had to do for his mother and sister. They loved him so much, you just couldn't understand why he didn't see it and acted so rudely towards them. You walked over to your wardrobe and grabbed that paper. You tried to read it again and couldn't make out a single word. For the first time, you regretted not paying more attention in English class in school. In your mind, can he even read English? Of course, what am I thinking? He studied in the USA. Alright, let's just go for it. You walked to the bed, clutching the letter in your hands. You tried to act normal as you approached him. I am sorry, Jungkook, you said softly. Jungkook grunted a response, still engrossed in his book. Clearly, he didn't want you to disturb him. Can you sign here, please? You asked, holding the paper towards him. He glanced at the paper and then at you. You went right back to reading his book. Clearly, he wasn't in the mood to be interrupted. Nothing much, you mumbled, just something from college. They asked for a parent signature, but they said you can sign too since you're my only family. Put that on the side table. I'll sign it after I finish this book and go to sleep. No more interruptions. Please just sign it out. Now you pressed. Your voice was soft and sweet, a baby face smile plastered on your lips. Fine, you're bothering me. I'm reading an important book, he said, whiny and clearly frustrated. Please, you tried again, pouting a little. He sighed. Fine, give it here. He put the book aside and extended his hand. You quickly placed the pen and paper in his grasp. Let me see what it is, he said, opening the letter. Please don't read it. You blurted out, panic edging into your voice. He raised an eyebrow. What do you mean? Why waste time? Just sign it, please. No, let me take a look, he said, clearly curious. Startled, you acted on instinct. You sat on the bed in front of him and pulled him closer by his collar. Don't waste your time reading them. Read me, you said in his ear. It was bold for you, a side he hadn't seen before. Jungkook looked at you, a mixture of confusion and amusement on his face. Not today. I am reading a book. But you pouted. Can you believe you've only done it 3 times? He raised his eyebrow and chuckled. What have you eaten today, Wine? The girl who used to show shy away from my touch and now asking for more. I am still not used to it, you admitted, but you need it to be stronger. I can get to Jungkook. Understandable, he said, his voice softer now, but no tonight, Wine. Fine, that I will have to. You hesitated, blushing slightly. What? He looked at you surprised. Do you do that too? I told you, Jungkook, I'm also human. You replied, it's fine. This book is more interesting than your wife. You stood up from the bed, but he held your wrist and pulled you back down, making you fall on his chest. Wife is more important, he said, brushing his nose under your ear. You closed your eyes, clutching his shirt to control your erratic heartbeat. Jungkook signed the paper. After, he said, flipping you as you know were lying on the bed and he was on the top of you. He buried his face in your collarbone. Please, he whispered, lifting your head to look at him. You forget, it's really important. Tomorrow is the last day to submit. He finally given in. He leaned towards the side table, grabbed the pen and sighed without even reading the letter. You let out a relieved sigh. Now, shall we? He said with a smirk. You nodded shyly. Don't be shy now, he added. You asked for that. The next morning, you were jolted awake by Jungkook's loud, angry voice echoing from downstairs. He was shouting your name, his tone sharp and filled with rage. You froze for a moment, heart pounding, as it was the first time he had ever screamed like that. Jungkook had always let you sleep in after your nights together, saying he would eat at the office, so hearing him yell now filled you with a fear. Why? And he allowed again, his voice impatient and furious. You scrambled out of the bed, quickly slipping on your slippers, and rushed out of your room, your hands trembling slightly. Yes, Jungkook, you stammered as you descended the stairs. Where's the paper you made me sign last night? He snapped, cutting you off before you could even finish his words. Hit you like a slap, and you fumbled for a response, suddenly recalling the events of the morning. I don't have it. Hanani came into the room earlier and took it while you were sleeping, you admitted your voice. Jungkook's expression darkened further, his jaw tightening as his hand curled into fist. You idiot, he shouted. The words struck a nerve, and tears tears began pooling in your eyes. He had never spoken to you like that before, and hearing it now in front of his mother and sister was like a knife to your heart. Hannah scoffed and folded her arms. Whatever you had is mine now, little brother, so take your painless wife and get out of my house, he sneered coldly. You stared at her stunned and unable to process what you were hearing. They tricked you, the realization hit like a thunderbolt, and you felt your knees weaken. With trembling hands, you wiped away your tears and ran downstairs, desperation consuming you as you turned to Jungkook's mother for answers. Mom, what is this? You said you wanted to give him a surprise. You cried, clutching onto the last shred of hope. Hannah smirked. Isn't it a beautiful surprise? She taunted, her voice dripping with mockery. And happy birthday to my lovely little brother, she added, her tones sweet. You shook your head in disbelief. Honey, you can't do this. Give me your wallet, Hannah demanded, completely ignoring you as she turned to Jungkook. He didn't respond, simply glaring at you with eyes that burned with anger and betrayal. When he didn't move, Hannah snatched the wallet from his pocket herself, pulling it open. Get lost, she said coldly, pulling out the cash. Jungkook's stepmother intervened, snatching the wallet from Hannah's hands. At least leave him some cash. I don't want a billionaire to beg on the street, she said, sliding a few bills back onto the wallet with a mocking smile. Tears streamed down your face as you turned to his mother again. Mom, please, why are you doing this? You said you loved him, you loved them. Why? You pleaded, your voice breaking. Of course I love you, dear, his mother said with a chilling smile. That's why I'm giving you 10 minutes to pack your bag. Mom, please, you begged, falling to your knees, but Hannah cut you off with a sarcastic 9 minutes. Your sobs grew louder, but they were drawn out by Jungkook's voice as it boomed across the room. Pack your bags, he ordered coldly. Jungkook, let me talk to them. I'm sure they are pranking us. You stammered, clinging to a faint hope. Pack your bags, he roared, and you flinched, tears cascading down your cheeks as you hurried upstairs to do as he said. You hastily grabbed a few of his clothes, some of your own, and your important documents before stepping out of the room. When you reached downstairs, Hannah was waiting, riffling through your bag to ensure you had not taken any jewelry. Mom, please don't do this, you begged, your voice cracking.